Nationwide protest. Widespread backlash as Labour government's controversial budget sparks nationwide protests. The British public is in an uproar as the Labour government's recently announced budget has triggered a massive wave of nationwide protests and criticism. The budget, unveiled by Chancellor Rachel Reeves, has been widely condemned as the worst in UK history due to its sweeping tax hikes and unpopular policy changes. At the centre of the controversy is Labour's decision to target the agricultural sector, with the introduction of an inheritance tax on farmland worth over £1 million. This policy has outraged the farming community, who argue that it will devastate family-run businesses and make it increasingly difficult to pass down their operations to the next generation. The National Farmers Union, NFU, has been vocal in its condemnation of the measure, with the union's president stating that it is clear the government does not understand that family farms are not only small farms, and that just because a farm is an asset, it doesn't mean those who work it are wealthy. In response to the government's actions, the NFU has organized a major protest in London on November 19, 2024. Farmers from across the United Kingdom are expected to descend on the capital to voice their opposition to the budget's agricultural policies. However, the backlash against Labour's budget extends far beyond the farming community. Prominent figures, such as TV presenter Jeremy Clarkson, have also weighed in, urging farmers not to despair and predicting that this shower will be gone in a matter of years. Indeed, the budget has sparked outrage across a wide range of sectors, with many Britons expressing their fury at the government's decision to implement what they see as the biggest tax hike in history, during a time of economic uncertainty and rising living costs. One such critic is Joanna Smith, a small business owner from Manchester. "It's an absolute disgrace," she said. "The government is squeezing the life out of hard-working people and businesses with these ridiculous tax increases. How are we supposed to survive and keep our livelihoods afloat?" The protest planned for November 19 is expected to draw not only farmers but also a diverse array of individuals and groups who have been affected by the budget's measures. Trade unions, environmental activists, and even some disgruntled Labour MPs are rumored to be considering joining the demonstration in a show of unity against the government's policies. Analysts have warned that the sheer scale of the public backlash could pose a significant challenge for the Labour government, which may struggle to manage the massive crowds and the potential for unrest. "This is a pivotal moment for the Labour administration," said political commentator Sarah Walters. "They've made some incredibly unpopular decisions with this budget, and now they're facing the consequences. The government will need to tread very carefully to avoid a full-blown crisis." Adding to the pressure on the Labour government is the fact that the next general election is scheduled for 2025, and the public's dissatisfaction with the budget could translate into a political reckoning at the ballot box. If Labour doesn't course correct and start listening to the concerns of the people, they could be facing a very difficult time come the next election, Walters warned. As the November 19 protest looms, the tension in the country is palpable. Farmers, small business owners, and ordinary citizens alike are determined to make their voices heard and demand a more compassionate and economically responsible approach from the Labour government. "We're not going to roll over and accept these punitive measures," said John Michaels, a third-generation farmer from Lincolnshire. "We'll fight tooth and nail to protect our livelihoods and the future of British agriculture. This is just the beginning." The outcome of the upcoming protest and the government's response will undoubtedly shape the political landscape in the UK for years to come. As the country braces for a potentially historic showdown, the future of the Labour administration hangs in the balance.